You've clicked on this video because you've gone through a breakup or you've been rejected. I'm here to tell you that this is the point of your life where everything changes. You're about to unlock the part of yourself you've never ever seen. That relentless, strong, disciplined version of yourself is gonna come out. And you're really gonna see something absolutely insane. The first thing I want to jump into is whenever you're in a talking stage with a girl or you're in a relationship, you tend to get really comfortable. And most of the guys that I've spoken to, most of the guys that I've come across, have always said the same thing whenever they're in a relationship with a girl. They become really stable and really like flatlined, like they don't really make that much progress. For example, you start to become more docile, you're not as physically active and as physically motivated as you used to be, and you tend to start like cancelling plans for the girl. So for example, if a girl saying, oh, we should meet on this day, and you have something important on that day, so many guys, including myself, would cancel that plan just to meet that girl. You end up sacrificing the mission and the goals you've set just so you meet a girl, and I really think that's the worst way you can go about it. When you first meet a girl and you're first in a talking stage, the amount of oxytocin and the feel-good hormones that you have skyrockets. Like your attachment system starts to pair bond with this person, and on top of that, you just start to feel connected and more closer. This person that you've met and you've started talking to and you've got in a relationship with starts to become your sense of support and starts to become your source of like reassurance, essentially. Like with me, I was trying to connect as much as possible, trying to go out all the time, going and meeting her, when this was literally the worst thing I could do, because not only do I move away from my mission and my goal, but I come across as needy and not having other options. And then by the end, you're not as disciplined and as focused as you once were, and the girl that you're with and the girl that you're talking to doesn't actually remember who you actually are. If you can relate to what I've said so far, make sure you like and subscribe, as it really ensures that you get immediate access to any new piece of content I release. I release videos that have new ideas and new things that you'll love, so make sure you do that right now. I've spoken about how you get up to this point where you're just meeting all the time, you're getting comfortable. What ends up happening, and this is always destined to happen, is that the girl's gonna get bored. The girl you're with, the girl you're talking to, right? She's gonna get bored. She's gonna basically see this guy isn't really that special anymore. He wants me more than I want him now. At the start, I wanted him. Now he wants me more than himself. And then what ends up happening is eventually she ends up leaving or she finds someone else. I know that's tough, but you have to see it really logically, and it actually makes a lot of sense. At the beginning, when you're first talking to her, there's always these excitement. There's always like all these really like sense of there's a sense of mystery, because she doesn't know that much about you. She's excited to see you. She's excited to meet up with you. And when this is happening, she's kind of always on the edge of her seat. She's like, oh, I wonder when he's gonna text back. But once she sees that you're this comfortable, stable, salient guy, and you're kind of just a bit boring, she starts to lose attraction big time. You're not this strong, masculine, stable person anymore. And if anything, you're starting to become really weak. And straight away, she's like 3-0 up, because as soon as she exits a relationship or she exits a talking stage, she's immediately got other guys in her DMs, other guys on her roster. She's got like 15 other guys she's snapping. She's going out to parties. She's meeting guys. She's kissing guys at parties. She's doing all these things whilst you have nothing. Like, remember how I said before that you've always invested time, energy, resources into the girl, you're meeting her all the time. Whilst doing that, you're moving away from your mission and your purpose. So then by the end of the relationship, by the end of the talking stage, by the end of what you've had with this girl, and most of the time she isn't actually as good as you think, you run down and you're a nobody, because you're this low status guy who's lost everything about himself. You haven't made any progress towards a mission or a goal, so other girls won't see that. So essentially, she's up when you've broken up or when the relationship ends or when the talking stage is finished, and you're down here. And what's even worse is that when this is happening, she's most likely annoyed at you because you've said something or you basically aggravated her. Now she's leaking messages to everyone about how you're a horrible person, screenshotting it, sending it to everyone, telling everyone how much of a bad person you are. She's giving negative remarks publicly about you. All of these things literally make it worse, and it's like fuel to the fire. You're at the bottom, and not only are you at the bottom, but everyone around you seems to dislike you. You're not attractive to girls anymore. You have basically an active dislike from all the girls in your environment, all the girls associated with the ex that you were with, like ex-girlfriend, or the girl that you were in a talking stage with. Then by the end, you're at the lowest of the low, your reputation's destroyed, and not only is your reputation destroyed, but you have no goals, mission, or purpose, and you've moved away from everything that's held you together at the beginning. And you'd think that that'd be the end, right? You think that you get beaten down. This is the turning point that every single male I know either gets past and they become an absolute winner in their life and they never go through that stage again, and they take so many lessons like I have, or that destroys them and they end up wasting at least 5 to 10 years, honestly. Like, it gets extreme where so many guys lose 5 to 10 years of their life from this one relationship, even though it basically hasn't really led to much. And it's that once you've broken up and once you're at the lowest of the low, this is where I was, there's an emotional feeling you get that cannot be replicated anywhere. There's this extremely specific feeling, and guys who've been broken up with, guys who've gone through heartbreak can really experience this, but you're just sat there by yourself and there's this really specific, intense emotional feeling you feel. And it's kind of a blend of everything: rage, anger, motivation to achieve huge goals, just trying to get back your life again and be like, this is who I am now, I need to get back who I was. And it's that you genuinely realize that you're on your own after this point. If you've been broken up and you have this intense emotional feeling about yourself, even if you have friends around you, you genuinely realize, look, I'm on my own, I need to do things myself, and I need to level the fuck up. All of this gets fueled even more and more if you see her out partying, see her out with another guy, see that she's at another guy's house. All of this fuels you even more to the point where you break who that person was when you were in that relationship, and you become such an amazing, strong, masculine character. So most guys either crumble or they set themselves up for success for the rest of their life. Like with me, I learned so much after one of my relationships. I've got a previous video that I've mentioned, which I kind of talk about what happened in my relationship and then what I did after. Guys like me and guys that improve and literally take the breakup straight to the face are guys that level up so much, and that's what I'm hoping you learn from this. That heartbreak is a double-edged sword. It can either change your life for the better or it can change your life for the worse. It's like a 50-50. You either become extremely good, or you basically fall off and you're never seen or heard from again. I know this one guy, I won't mention his name, but we finished school and he got in a few relationships and his life's just miserable now. He's been heartbroken, his life's never been the same, and he's basically lost everything about himself. The same guy was super high status, everyone loved him, and now he's just kind of fallen off. There's that version, and then there's the other version, like for example with me, where I was heartbroken, I was cheated on. The girl that I was with made horrible rumors about me, saying I was this and that, probably said messages of what I sent to everyone, even though she was like stringing it along or whatever. And with all of that, I used that to fuel me and absolutely change who I was, the core of who I was and the core of who I'm becoming. I use that to learn and level up and grow. And everyone who knows me would have seen me training super hard in the gym. There was like a period of my life where after the breakup from about September to December, like that winter period, hood up, training hard, not talking to anyone, no music, no stimulation, just literally just water with me. And if you've watched this and you've basically just had your heart broken or you've just been in a relationship and you're really feeling that intense emotional feeling, all I'll say is that what you do now is going to set up your life for the next 5 years. What you do in this very moment is going to set you up for the next 5 years. And this moment is either going to break you or it's going to make you. And about breakups, about relationships, about talking stages ending, the thing is, you learn so much about yourself in this moment of your life. And I remember when I had my first heartbreak and my first like rejection, this was like really long ago, like year 8, year 9. I understood myself for the first time in my entire life. I really realized my flaws. I really realized who I was. And I understood that I wasn't actually nowhere near my potential. And I really had this like slap in the face. And I was like, shit, like I've not made any progress. I'm kind of fat. I haven't had a good diet. I'm not locked in. No wonder I'm not getting any play from females. And no wonder my life's shit. I'm literally a superhuman now compared to who I was. And that's the thing about us guys who are on self-improvement and are developing ourselves. It's that we literally have disgust for who we were 6 months ago. If I was literally where I was 6 months ago, I'd feel horrible. But I'm also going to say that in the next 6 months. So the thing about us guys is that we're constantly learning, growing, developing, leveling up. And we get to a point where we're always just on this upward trajectory. If our life had a graph, right, we'd be going up all the time. From this video, just understand and learn that heartbreak is your biggest asset. If you've been in a relationship and you've experienced heartbreak, comment down below explaining what's happened and explain how you felt and what it's led to. Also, if you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe for more content, and all of this is going to help you. One last thing I'll say before I go is always strive for excellence, because great things will come your way.